Oh, what the blood? We're live. Oh, now we're live. For a second, I was like, there's one destination we were not going to go live on. But we're live.
Yes, live.
For a second, I thought we weren't live, but we're live. It's the 50th anniversary of the Georgia and Daniel Show. Our podcast starts right now on SpecialChronicles.com.
I didn't know that you had a crush on me. How did I never see all that we could have been? High time we turn the pages, start a story for the ages. High time we got it going on. No, it's never easy for people who love anymore, but we gotta try, 'cause you and I were meant to be. I love you, baby, and I know it. It's more than words to show it. You are the one, and I know it.
Welcome back to the Georgia and Daniel Show. My name is Georgia Hunter from Georgia's Kitchen Show and Dan's Cutest True Love.
My name is Daniel from SpecialChronicles.com and Georgia's Cutest True Love.
On the show this week, we'll talk about celebrate our 50th episode of our podcast.
And our favorite episodes on the show.
Along with questions with our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah.
And Georgia surprised me with some bad news. And much more.
That was really good.
Did you? Okay, who would have ever thought that a 50th episode, which is a time to celebrate, the 50th episode of a podcast is a time to celebrate us, being able to, you and I podcasting for 50 episodes together. But also to kind of combine that with some bad news.
Oh, boy.
That was me. That Woody Klein was me. Act Klein. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Well, babe, we made it to the 50th episode of our podcast.
Woo! I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna celebrate tonight, actually, after this.
That's all of you. Whoops, hold on. That's all of you, our podcast listener friends, applauding as we celebrate the 50th anniversary.
The Big 5-0.
50th episode of this podcast. If you guys are listening to us on audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, go check out the video on YouTube or Facebook right now. Just search for Special Chronicles on YouTube or Facebook, or search for Daniel and Georgia on Facebook, and you can find us. We have people right now that are we live stream this podcast every week. And specialchronicles.com/watch/live to see how you can watch us live. And we have like five of you watching us on our Daniel and Georgia Facebook page, which that's where a lot of you fans kind of follow both of us. And then we've got one listener, most likely it's our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah, watching us on YouTube. and then it went on the Special Chronicles page.
Actually, she's not on yet. This is my friend Katrina.
How do you? Oh, you see the comments too.
Her real name is Katrina, but we call her Kit Kat for short. That's her nickname.
Okay, that makes sense. Off the bat, let's just remind our listeners as we get the show kicked off. If you want to support us, because who doesn't want to support us, to keep us going behind the microphone, and at the $250 gift level to Special Chronicles, Tim Shriver will send you a free autographed copy of his new book, The Call to Unite, Voices of Hope and Awakening. SpecialChronicles.com/give or text GIVE250 to 833-953-2598 to make a $250 gift at that level. You can get a book. And we want to just remind you as well, SpecialChronicles.com/give, babe, as well. Everybody can go to donate to this network, to Special Chronicles, so we can continue podcasting. And yes. So with that, we have co-hosted, we have podcasted, you and I as a couple, with 50 episodes.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, I was really happy to actually make it this far, and let's just kick it off and actually have fun with it.
Okay, I think both of our phones are blowing up. And so I'm going to blame the fact that we are both popular.
Yes. Because everybody loves us.
And I took it over 2.5 hour walk this afternoon. And actually, so far this week, this is week 5 of the Sona Move Challenge. And I actually, do I have a little banner about the Sona Move Challenge? I don't know if I do. If I still have it. I might not have it up. No,
I don't see it right now.
You're not even logged in as an admin, so how do you even see the panels? No, I don't. You see the comments. Anyways, the point is, it's like week 5 of the Sona Move Challenge. And so far yesterday, so for the Sona Move Challenge, just for all of you listeners, it goes from Monday through Sunday, right? So this is day 2 of week 5. And so far, from Monday and Tuesday, so far I've walked about 300 minutes so far. So we are back. I'm back going from anyways.
And I took a walk today, later on this afternoon as well. And I had like an hour and a half walk, actually. And
what I was trying to get at was, when I took that walk, I kind of took a break in the middle and stopped at Starbucks. And I was sitting outside because apparently at all the Starbucks around my house, apparently you can't sit inside. You have to sit outside. Like every other coffee shop in Westmont around here, they now open up so you can sit inside. But why Starbucks doesn't let you sit inside? I have no idea. So let's not go on a Starbucks rant. But anyways, so the point was, when I was sitting outside, we were both getting ready for our podcast, sitting down, and I got behind the microphone 30 minutes before we went on air. Actually, I mean, I should say 20 minutes before you and I connected for the pre-show. But when I was sitting at Starbucks, babe, I was thinking of something, because this is the 50th episode of us co-hosted. I don't think technically I didn't ask you to write it down. I didn't write it down in the show notes that you wrote everything in the show notes. I think I wrote it down. It's going to be on the website, but I'll say it now. So your mom, babe,
yes,
is donated to Special Chronicles, right? And when people donate, there's an option where they can leave us a message, like a nice kind of message of why they all donated. And something that your mom said, and I don't have the whole quote in front of me now, but she said that all podcasts, the Georgia and Daniel Show, previously the Daniel and Georgia Show, but when you put a poll up on Instagram stories, and 85% of you podcast listener friends voted for us to change the name, we changed the name, right? And so the one thing that what I love the way that your mom described our podcast, and that is it's about life from a different. Let me see if I can hold on. Let me pull it up because I've been putting it at the bottom of our email newsletters, and let me hold on. Sorry, after I delete a few emails. Hold on. I really shouldn't be looking at my email, but something was. No, I don't. Okay. Anyways, I'll look at that later. Anyways, the point is, let me just kind of go back and here it is. So,
what did your mom say?
Okay. I don't have the whole quote in front of me, but here's a little bit of what your mom said, that the Georgia and Daniel Show is an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the IDD, the intellectual and developmental disability community, and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. So your mom, babe, as a supporter of Special Chronicles, as a supporter of this podcast, the Georgia and Daniel Show, said that all podcasts, the Georgia and Daniel Show, is an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community, and everyone else who was able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Stories about life from a different angle. And when I was sitting at Starbucks today, drinking my hot tea with hot milk, I was thinking that kind of like what the show Born This Way did on the A&E on TV, which was it was an Emmy-winning docuseries. But going along with what your mom said, our podcast is like a weekly docuseries. It's a weekly audio docuseries. And what I mean by that is it's a documentary, right? It's a documentary series. Our podcast is a weekly get it, babe? Instead of documentary, it's docu-series. The podcast is a weekly docu-stories of stories about life from a different angle. Life from you and me, from all different angle than your mom or other people.
I totally get what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So it's all podcast is when people come, when all of you podcast listeners are listening to us every week, it's a weekly audio docuseries. I mean, we are sharing our stories, all real life conversations, all stories of our life together as a couple. Something else that's amazed me is since we started podcasting together, which we met in 2010, I think it was 2012 that we started podcasting together, something like that. And
yeah, something like that.
These people, we have 50 episodes where we have chronicled our relationship together. We have chronicled our relationship together in these 50 episodes, which I mean, I don't know that many other couples like you and me that have challenges, that have differences. Other couples like you and me.
Yeah, and we both have different dreams.
Yeah. and some of the same themes, but like other couples with differences, with disabilities, like you and me. There's not a lot of them that have their own podcast. And what we have been able to do these past 50 episodes, we have been able to chronicle our relationship together. And just look how powerful that is in the whole, I guess, podcasting world, but just in society overall. We are making a difference in so many people's lives.
Yeah, I think we have touched people's hearts, because whenever they see our names on Instagram or anything that's online, they really love it.
Anytime they listen to our podcast.
There's that too, and also listening to our podcast. They even listen to mine. It's because they love us, and it's not because we're Romeo and Juliet online and offline. It's because how relationships even started, like back then. Because back then I had long hair and
No. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at one of the comments from our favorite Colorado listener, Hannah. We'll get to it later, but she said something about 50 years, but it's really 50 episodes. So, anyways.
Well, maybe you could tell her that.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
I don't know. It's because ever since we've been doing this, like co-hosting, back then, I don't know how to be a co-host, but you actually taught me how to do it. And during that whole process, I think that we should do more fun episodes, like fun, loving episodes. But this particular podcast, I actually enjoy the most.
Fun, intimate episodes together, yeah. But to what you said, of how I taught you how to be a co-host, when it comes down to it, the way I look at podcasting is different than radio or TV. And the way I look at co-hosting is it's just conversations. It's like our podcast listener friends, all of you out there that are listening to us right now in your earbuds, or if you're watching the live stream or watching the video. It's like our podcast listener friends are sitting across the table from us, are sitting on the couch with us. It's like they're having a conversation with us.
Exactly.
And really, when it comes down to co-hosting, that's what it is. It's you and I having a conversation like we always do. We just happen to have the microphones and the camera turned on.
Exactly. That's how you and I connect.
And that's how easy co-hosting has been these past 50 episodes of us co-hosting together on this Georgia and Daniel Show podcast.
Yes, it has.
It's that simple. We want to be as realistic. We want to be as transparent and realistic to you listeners. And I think we should do some more episodes like that, where we let that fourth wall down and we talk about, even if we want to plan for future episodes, we should just turn the microphones on, turn the cameras on, and just let the listeners in on those real-life conversations, as well as do some more fun episodes. Like when we did that, when we went on a bike ride with our moms, we turned the microphone on, and that was a fun episode. Because
we did that, and then
we did the winter walk cast. We did that Halloween episode last year in 2020. That was an hour and a half of us sitting on the front porch, sitting in your front yard, socially distant, wearing masks.
And then we had to put candy through this giant.
At least try to. Be honest, if your dad is listening, let's be honest, we tried to. But the point was, we tried to. We had, and I don't know how many other. I think I even said this on the Halloween episode. I don't know how many other podcasts actually had the Trick or Treaters live on their podcast, but we had Trick or Treaters live on the podcast.
Yes, we did. That was totally different.
Only audio.
Only on audio.
But it was... So we should do some more fun episodes like that. We should, maybe for the 4th of July, we can watch the fireworks and record an episode watching the fireworks. Like, as people can hear the fireworks as we record.
Well, yeah, maybe for the 4th of July, maybe we can have the camera towards the fireworks and us actually watching the fireworks.
Yeah. Or we could have another camera angle and it can be you and I, and then those like people see the fireworks like on another camera angle.
Yes.
So
That's what
instead of seeing
I just said.
you're gonna see like 3 different camera angles. So you'll see us 2, and then the fireworks like down below. Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah.
And then also maybe some intimate episodes. Not too intimate, but some intimate. Like, we don't want to get too personal, but like not too personal, not too intimate. And by intimate, I don't mean.
Let's not go into gory details right now.
But what I'm saying is, we're not going to get too intimate. That's too, like, there's some stuff that we don't talk about, don't do on air. And when I say intimate, I mean like.
Yes, you want to finish that sentence?
Yes, I want to finish the sentence. I meant more transparent and in real life, like more realistic to our real, like that type of intimate. What intimate were you thinking of? What intimate was a listener thinking of? Okay. I don't mean.
Let's move on, please.
Should we move on? Can I just?
Yes.
Can I finish the last part of that sentence? Okay.
Fine. Go ahead.
I'm not talking about bringing the microphone into a bedroom and recording anything that happens in there. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
That we should not do. That you and I both agree. You and probably our listeners. If there was a podcast listener friend out there that wants it to happen, there might be something up with that. Like, why would they want to hear any of that? I have no idea. So let's just say that's not going to happen, and let's move on.
Okay.
What?
I said okay.
Let's move on. This is the 50th episode. You're going to talk about our favorite episodes. I think we already mentioned some of them. And honestly, I can't think of... I think some of the episodes I kind of already mentioned, like the Mother's Day Bikecast and the Halloween episode, the Psycho Tavern adventure story with Emma and Sam, where we went on a cycling on a bike ride with Emma and Sam, and
we went to Saw Creek Trail. And
we got stuck in a downpour, and Sam found us in an abandoned house, and
it was still pouring, and pretty much all of us got really drenched in rain, and we were standing underneath the abandoned house, and
so with that, go to our podcast page, specialchronicles.com/GeorgiaandDanielShow, or if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Pandora, then wherever you get your podcasts, just look in the archives. The episode title is Psycho Tavern. That's CYCLE Tavern, TAVERN. And you and I, along with Emma and Sam as our guests, talked about that adventure.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, I kind of think this summer we should do another type of cycling adventure type story.
Maybe we can, instead of just saying Psycho Tavern for the next episode, maybe we can say Psycho Adventure.
Yeah, something like that. But let's hope that we don't get stuck in the rain, because I don't know about you, our phones got drenched, and I know I had to I think we had to listeners, we had to soak our phones in
a bag of rice.
In a bag of rice overnight, and then our phones worked. But so you guys go back and listen to that episode, CYCLE Tavern, and it was fun.
It was the best adventure.
Yeah, and we counted that entire story on the podcast. I mean, it was like you said, babe. It was quite an adventure, but can I just say it made for great podcast content? I mean, when it comes down to it, that's what it's all about on the Georgia and Daniel show. As the Special Chronicles show is a flagship, podcast, that we produce on the Special Chronicles Network. The Georgia and Daniel show is, when you think of TV shows, you've got a TV show like The Big Bang Theory, and then Young Sheldon, was like a spinoff. Well, there's the Special Chronicles show that's been around for now. This is the 13th year, and this Georgia and Daniel show now for 50 episodes. This Georgia and Daniel show is like a spinoff of the Special Chronicles show, and so when it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, the example of us showing that the CYCLE Tavern story, it's that type of podcast content, is that type of stories that our listeners have come to love for these past 50 episodes of this podcast.
Yeah.
Your favorite episodes, and I think some of what you wrote in the show notes, I kind of have to echo, but I'll let you tell all of our awesome podcast listener friends that we love.
Yeah. So I have so many favorite episodes, but my ultimate favorite one would have been the double date with Garrett and Lauren.
The Zoom double date night. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know what?
That was really fun because both me and Lauren were in dresses. You and Garrett dressed really, really nice. And we talked about what a relationship conversations.
Yes, and one of these days we need to do a in-person double date.
And
a triple date with Chris and us.
Chris Winston. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I keep forgetting to ask him about that. So Chris, if you're listening, you just Chris, if you're listening, just email Georgia and Daniel at specialchronicles.com and let's talk about a triple date. Anyways, yeah, that double date with our good friends.
Our friends, Garrett and Lauren.
With our friends, Lauren and Garrett, yeah, it was such a fun. I know they also really enjoyed it as well, and
yeah, but that was when before we branded our show again, and you guys, back and talk today.
Here in Georgia, yeah.
Many listeners did a poll vote that you wanted to rebrand it to Georgia and Daniel.
Yeah,
but it was really Daniel and Georgia.
Yeah,
but I really like Georgia and Daniel because I need to even speak more.
Well, and I think we've gotten into some feedback that this past year they talked about that you need to speak more. I would imagine some of my favorite episodes, the Mother's Day bike cast and the CYCLE Tavern and the Halloween episode, all of our annual Christmas episodes. Those are probably some of my favorite too. Our birthday themed episodes, Georgia's birthday bash, Daniel's birthday bash.
It's also coming up this summer too. So if you guys want to watch the next birthday episode, that would be mine. So I don't know what I'm doing quite yet in the summer, but I will.
End of July, middle of July, end of July. I don't know.
Middle of July.
I know. No, it's like July 22nd. It's like the end of July. It's July. Why? Yes, July 22nd. It's the end of. Okay, fine, middle of July, whatever. You get the idea. We're gonna go ahead and take a short sponsor break. as we figure out when our birthdays are. You know what? Well, when we come back, Georgia surprises me, Daniel, with some bad news.
It's a good and bad news. Okay.
Oh, it's good and bad news. Wow. Okay. Now I'm really surprised. Now I'm going to be really surprised. So stay tuned to that. And at the end of the program, questions from Hannah, our favorite Colorado
listener,
is coming up at the end. You're listening to the
Georgia
and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. We will be back after the break. Don't hit pause.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Georgia and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. So, Special Chronicles comes from listeners like you. As an independent public media podcast, Special Chronicles will always be there for you. Now we're asking you to be there for us. As a nonprofit independent media organization, we can only make programs like Special Chronicles with listener support. Our programs provide weekly, candid, honest, and inspiring conversations about the people with disabilities community that creates awareness, support, and advocacy within each week's episode. Listeners tell us our shows are an enjoyable and necessary podcast for the intellectual and developmental disability community and everyone else who is able to listen to stories about life from a different angle. Please, if you and your family love our weekly podcast, make a one-time, monthly, or annual gift of thanks today. Support this podcast at specialchronicles.com/give. That's specialchronicles.com/give. Support for Special Chronicles comes from ComEd. Special Chronicles is proud to partner with the ComEd Energy Force Ambassador Program. The Energy Force is the country's first energy efficiency education program designed for and taught by people with disabilities. ComEd is powering lives and really is powering us here at Special Chronicles to keep the lights on and our technology is powered on. As ComEd powers the lives of us, they're literally giving a voice to people with special needs. We thank ComEd for the generous support of our mission at Special Chronicles. Learn more at specialchronicles.com/ComEd. That's Special Chronicles.
Hi, my name is Lisa Noble, and I'm a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and an athlete with Special Olympics Illinois.
Hi, my name is Daniel Smrokowski, and I also am a ComEd Energy Force Ambassador and founder of a company called Special Chronicles.
The ComEd Energy Force program is a program that hires people with disabilities to teach the public how to save energy and money.
It's the country's first energy efficiency program of its kind.
Saving energy is especially important while everyone is at home due to COVID-19. We're using more electricity than ever before. Just think about how many more times you are opening the refrigerator door these days.
And while the economy is stressed, it's more critical than ever to save money where we can. Following these tips can save energy and money in this time of COVID-19.
Wash your clothes in cold water and use the dryer sparingly.
Your dryer can take up to 7 times more energy than the washer.
Turn off and unplug any electrical devices or power strips you are not using.
Electrical devices can continue to zap power even when turned off if they're still plugged in. We call them vampire devices.
Use LED bulbs.
They use 25% less energy than incandescent bulbs and last up to 25 times longer, saving you lots of money over time.
Keep your refrigerator between 35 and 38 degrees.
And be sure to use Energy Star appliances.
And last but not least, check out ComEd.com/home savings for more tips and rebates.
Lisa and I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to us today.
Remember, we are all in this together.
Stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Bye.
Athletes.
We are the ambassadors of an uprising. Peaceful protesters.
In a rebellion against anyone
Who has a fear of difference.
different.
Difference. Our demands are
Equality. Equality.
equality,
dignity, and the recognition of our shared humanity.
We will not stop
or accept anything less.
Today, our world is
More divided than ever.
and coming together has never been more urgent.
The revolution.
is inclusion.
Find out more at jointherevolution.org.
One quick note before we come back at the 250. Whoa, that's weird. That's not working there. Okay, I think I need to turn the other light on, and there we go. Let there be light, and let there be light as there's light. At the $250 gift level to this podcast, Tim Shriver will send you a free autographed copy of his new book, The Call to Unite. Please don't. You can donate $250 to $50 gift at specialchronicles.com/give. specialchronicles.com/give, or text give to 50 to 833-953-2598. That's text give to 50 to 833-953-2598. Or simply go online to specialchronicles.com/give to make your $250 gift to help keep me broadcasting and help keep Georgia and me podcasting together for another 50 more episodes. And then we're done. No. Let's hope it's a lot more than 50 more episodes. Let's hope it's another 100 or whatever episodes. Right? Couple hundred. Oh, wait. I didn't unmute you. That was, if you're listening to us on audio right now, just go check out the video on YouTube. Check out the video on YouTube and Facebook, and you can see George's expressions for me when I, have a little too much control over the YouTube. Right? Let's be honest. Yes. I have a little too much control over that mute button. I mean, I interviewed the CEO, the director, or whatever, the Helping Hand Center, which is like they've got employment services and autism center and stuff. Here I'm kind of by my house about a year ago, last spring, and he said, "Yeah, you really have a lot of power when it comes to mute button." He said a lot of his staff would like it too. Okay, let's get back. This is the 50th episode. You are listening to the
Georgia
and Daniel Show on SpecialChronicles.com. You all.
Sorry. I am from.
There's only two names in the name of this podcast, so you be Daniel, so you must be Georgia, and I'm Daniel.
Okay, sorry. My name is Georgia.
I'm Daniel. Say, when you're trying to kind of go off the top of your head, and you think after 50 episodes of us coasting together, we kind of know how to try. Okay, my dad's walking into the studio. He's got a bag of garbage in his hand.
Okay. Oh, right, Daniel.
Did you say that on air?
Yes, you did.
I wasn't supposed to say that on air, was I? Well, see, I don't get a lot of movement in the studio. It's usually only me sitting alone. And wait, hold on. I thought I had some garbage in my.
Okay, could you not mention garbage on the live stream here?
On air, on the podcast. Yes. Oh, everybody has garbage. I mean, speaking of garbage, that's a good transition. You could have surprised me with some bad and good news. Happy. Okay. I'm not happy about the bad news. You said good and bad news. You're gonna surprise me.
Yes, it is more like in between, basically.
It's in. Oh, okay. See, here's let's put that fourth wall down. And in the pre-show, before we went on air, everybody, can I tell everybody what happened in the pre-show? So, Georgia wanted to tell me, everybody. Georgia wanted to tell me okay, apparently now she tells me she's got some bad news. Now on air, she tells me it's bad and good news. And told me, everybody, Georgia told me that she told me this bad news, and when she tells all you, she's gonna, and I'm gonna act surprised because, and now I'm really gonna act surprised because it was bad news, and hence why I cried at the beginning of the episode, because it's bad news. But now I'm gonna wait. The reason why I'm gonna be even more surprised is because now on air you said it's bad and good news. So now I really don't know what you're gonna surprise me with. The surprise topic.
Okay, I think I'm ready for it.
Do we need a drum roll?
Okay.
And it is.
Okay, well.
Is there a story that you're going to set it up with? Yeah. There's a story that goes along with it, right?
There is just a very short story. It's not that long.
Okay.
Okay, well, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but since yesterday.
We'll be quoting this on the 13th of April, Tuesday. Okay.
I just got hit by a car yesterday.
That's the bad news.
Yes, but then
I'm waiting. I'm not just crying on a podcast. Like, I wait. And by the way, folks, Georgia never texted me that. Now
I did text you. You didn't respond to me yesterday.
Wait, you didn't. I'm good at looking at my texts. Let me pull up my phone right now. Hold on. Let's go back to yesterday. Actually, okay, you said that. No, wait, yes. Oh, wait, no, that's still today. Oh, there you go. There you go. It says yesterday. Okay. So let's see. 9:32. Do you know what time you texted me?
I don't remember.
I love it.
I don't remember.
I love it. You were replying to a podcast. I did love it. I sent you a little date chat graphic. I love it. By the way, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Podman Dan, then you probably saw that. I'm almost done. I am in a meeting. I am almost done. You sent that at 8:45. So apparently, in the meeting, you were okay. Okay. When do you want to talk? Yes, please. Hi. Love you. Okay, babe, I'm doing karaoke. Did you? Okay, apparently.
That was Saturday night.
No, Sunday. Oh, that was Saturday.
That's what I just said.
So, wait, when did this happen? Monday?
Yes, it happened on Monday, but
so yesterday, the only text I got from you on Monday, the only time we texted was starting at 7:38 at night.
Okay, well.
When did this happen?
It happened yesterday morning when I was going to work. I wasn't even on my phone at that time.
I got no text.
Right.
Hey, I can show the listeners. I got the only text I got from you yesterday on Monday was at 7:38 p.m. all the way into the evening.
Okay, yes.
I never got any other text from you.
Well, I'm sorry, babe, because I was still at work and then I was in a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
So I'm sorry for that.
So the bad news is you got hit by a car.
Yes.
The good news is you survived to tell about it, to talk about it on a podcast.
Yes. Now I'm going to tell you what really happened.
The phone! Folks, she didn't really get hit by a car.
Yes, babe, I actually did get hit by a car.
Okay, you did. And now you're going to say what really happened. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I was going to work as usual. I was on my bike, and there was this little parking lot right by the Frank Lloyd Wright houses. That's where I normally ride my bike on Chicago Avenue. And what happened was I was waiting, and what I didn't know was that there was a van coming out of a parking lot. The van hit my bike and myself. I was thrown everywhere. My back almost landed on top of the van, and I was skated through the pavement of the sidewalk. I wasn't face planted, but I was lopsided just a little bit. And I got bruised up. So nothing bad happened.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
At that point. But I am going to mention that I did not have a helmet on, which is bad news, which I don't know why I did that. It was a stupid move. It's not going to happen again in the future. But I was so out of it, and I actually worked half of my shift yesterday at Trader Joe's, and I pretty much told everybody about what really happened. And I couldn't work out last night with my friends.
Did you tell your parents?
I pretty much told half of my coworkers at work. I told my parents. I only told one of my sisters. I didn't tell the other two because I don't want to worry them as well. And yeah, but right now, since yesterday, I was fine. Right after the whole accident. And then the last thing that I'm going to say is that when I got on my bike, I was really, really crying because I was so scared the entire time.
You could have called me.
I know, babe, but I was on my bike. I can't be on my phone on my bike.
Well, no, man. Don't call me when you're riding your bike. No, get off the bike, or before you get on the bike, call me. I would have comforted you.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that, but while I was crying, I was thinking about all my friends, and I just want you guys to know that I did not post anything like that online. Because if I actually did that, all my followers on Facebook will comment a lot if I did post that. But I'm not going to. So now you guys know what happened. I am perfectly healthy. I'm fine. And I'm proud that I actually survived. I actually danced a little bit before I started my shift yesterday.
Awesome.
But
You're good.
I am okay now.
She's good, and she lives to tell about it on a podcast. So,
yep.
Yeah.
I feel very proud.
And I feel glad that I can comfort you. If we were in person, I would comfort you in person.
Yes, you would.
To do it on a podcast.
Yes.
Now, folks, why did you wait to surprise me on air? But nobody knows. Now, I am interesting, and we've got a couple minutes left of this segment. You said bad and good news. What's the good news? That you live to tell about it on a podcast, or?
Well, I was perfectly just fine after when I got home. The good news is that my legs were kind of numb. They were totally out of it. The good news is that I played bingo with my friends, and I actually watched one of my TV shows. I talked to Daniel. I talked to a couple of my friends that night.
We did? Wait, yeah, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get to some. We've got a couple minutes left. Anyway, we'll a couple minutes left before our 5-minute segment. Our 5-minute Questions from Hannah segment. Folks, new listeners, long-time listeners know that Hannah is one of my fellow international global messengers, Southern Shriver International Global Messengers. Hannah is one of our favorite Colorado listeners. And in a new segment that we call Questions from Hannah. It's a new 5-minute segment called Questions from Hannah. Hannah, along with a lot of other people, but Hannah watches us on our YouTube. If you look up Special Chronicles, you can find the Georgia and Daniel Show on there, a playlist we have on the channel. And Hannah leaves a lot of awesome comments, and of those comments, she leaves some questions for us. And that's why this new segment is called
Questions with Hannah.
Questions with Hannah. From Hannah. With Hannah. Questions with Hannah. So thank you, Hannah, from this new segment. And we have 5 minutes to get to as many questions from Hannah as we can. And let's begin with, what have you learned over the 50 years of 50 years? Wow. Hannah, we both are only 32 years old.
Yes, we're both 32.
I think she meant to say 50 episodes of podcasting together.
Yes.
What have you learned?
I said that.
Okay. Because we are both 32. Boy, if we were 50 years old, we look good for our age. So.
Okay, let's. Right.
I mean, we both look good for our age, I hope. Anyways, although the listeners be the judge on that. Anyways, so what have you learned, babe?
Well, what I have learned over many years of podcasting for 50 episodes, I'm actually really happy about that, because we talk about what our favorite themes are. We're getting to know each other. So, yeah, that's my answer.
And what I've learned over the past 50 episodes of podcasting together is I've gotten to know you better.
Yes, you do.
I've gotten to know you so much that now, as opposed to when we started, now 50 episodes later, call you my cutest true love. I've gotten.
It's actually my nickname.
Cutest true love. Yes. Yeah. My nickname is
Mother.
Okay, I thought we were not going to use that word anymore.
My bad.
We both don't know what that word means, so yeah. The listeners have some weird image comes up when we say that word.
Okay, so I was about to say he's my partner.
Cute love partner.
Cute love partner. There we go.
It is. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Listeners, email GeorgiaandDaniel@SpecialChronicles.com and let us know. Anyways, I've learned so much. I mean, it's really, I felt like it's helped us to kind of get to know each other on an intimate level, and really, how to really. I mean, you were the first co-host I ever had podcasting. Now,
yeah, because back then I had really long hair.
So this is the 13th year. So basically, what I've learned, Hannah, to answer your question, Georgia has taught me how to be a co-host with somebody else. Hannah also asked, do you have favorite podcast episodes of Special Athletes? Well, I guess favorite episodes we have co-hosted together. We talked about that. Our Zoom Double Date Night episode, our Psycho Tavern episode, our Halloween episode, our annual Christmas episodes.
So we do different themes of each episode.
Today is Hannah's brother Paul's birthday, so happy birthday to Hannah's brother. Okay. But that's not really a question. Let's see, any other questions from Hannah?
Oh yeah, there's one at 6:48.
Okay. What are you going to do to celebrate the 50th anniversary of it's not the again, it's the 50th anniversary of the Georgia and Daniel Show. The 50th episode of the Georgia and Daniel Show. Special Chronicles has only been around for this is our 13th year of Special Chronicles of this network, but again, it's only 50 episodes. that we have podcasts together, that we have co-hosts together. And so what are we doing? Talking about the good times of the Georgia and Daniel show, and Georgia shared some bad news just previously. Let's see, we've got just a little bit of time left of the segment. Almost done. One more question from Hannah. Have you both tried cardio boxing before?
Actually, yes, I have, because I do weekly workout on Monday nights.
I haven't. Well, that was Hannah. I mean, Hannah, you obviously knew something about Georgia that I didn't know. So that's, I mean, I almost feel like you guys talk when I'm not around, but I mean, maybe you do. I mean, you guys would be best friends. I mean, I just know it. I've hung out with Hannah, a bunch from DC to Abu Dhabi, and you guys would be the best of the friends. Okay, that's enough time because this segment is done. So thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
5-minute segment was questions from Hannah, our favorite Colorado listener.
No.
We need some bumper for that. Anyways, we got 5 minutes left of this hour. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
This is the best show ever.
Because this has been the 50th episode. And how can we get in touch with us? You can go ahead and
you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Daniel and Georgia.
You can tweet us on Twitter at DanielGeorgiaS, hashtag Georgia and Daniel Show. Which is, on Instagram.
You can Instagram on me at PeachGeorgia22.
You can Instagram me at PodMeandDan, PodMeandDan. I mean, is that a thing you say, to Instagram us?
Yeah, because they follow us and they see us on the videos.
You can comment, you can DM us. So once again, you guys, you can Instagram and comment and DM and follow Georgia at PeachGeorgia22, and you can Instagram and DM and comment. Follow me at PodMeandDan, PodMeandDan. I also have another Instagram account that's at Daniel Smrokowski that people, you listeners, you podcast listener friends, apparently somehow discovered this Instagram account at Daniel Smrokowski. I didn't know, but you guys just at PodMeandDan, PodMeandDan at PodMeandDan is my official Instagram account. So I just want to clarify that there on air. SpecialChronicles.com is where you can find this network. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to our newsletter, SpecialChronicles.com. And I don't know about you, babe, but my stomach is growing. I'm getting really hungry.
Me too. So I'm going to have Chinese food tonight.
That's why we're wrapping up the show. Subscribe to Georgia's Kitchen Show, Special Chronicles.
You guys can find me at specialchronicles.com/Georgia Kitchen Show.
And and I don't think we mentioned this. Email Daniel and Georgia at specialchronicles.com, and you can send us some emails. Talk about how you love this podcast. Donate specialchronicles.com/give, and check out the podcast page, specialchronicles.com/Georgia and Daniel Show. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Hannah, our favorite Colorado listener, go check out Hannah's video. She has new videos of her. I designed the new logo for Hannah's cooking out with Hannah video series.
That's pretty cool.
SpecialChronicles.com/cooking out with Hannah. Those are some new videos. So go check that out. That's where you can go to and check that out. Once again, find us on Instagram and Facebook and all those.
And you can watch here, but you can also watch on YouTube if you guys are watching the live feed.
Oh, if you're watching on demand later, Special Chronicles on demand, anytime you want, 24/7, just go to specialchronicles.com/Georgia and Daniel Show, specialchronicles.com/Georgia and Daniel Sure. There's somewhere, though. I've got that somewhere. I honestly, there we go. SpecialChronicles.com/DanielShow. Find out how to watch on our archive. Look, watch or listen to our archives. You can find. And it's been a joy having you on. It's been a joy hosting.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week, right, babe?
Yep. See you guys next week.
And you guys, seriously, send us a DM on Instagram or Facebook at Daniel and Georgia, or email Georgia and Daniel at specialchronicles.com, and let us know what you want us to, what topics you want us to talk about. We'll come up with topics all the time, but if you guys want us to talk about something, or if you want to, if you have questions like our favorite Colorado listener Hannah has for us, email us, let us know. And until then, we'll see you next week right here on the Georgia and Daniel Show at specialchronicles.com.
See you guys.
All right, see you.
Special Chronicles, giving respect and a voice to people with special needs.